Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Janet Yong, and in my channel I share about Feng Shui, Bazi, entrepreneurship as well as personal growth, especially in the areas of communication success and motivation. In today's episode, it will be a continuation of the 2022 forecast for those born with the horse and the goat within their charts. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. As usual, because I have many new subscribers in my channel, I will be going through an intro of what it means by having the horse or the goat within the year, the month, the day, and the hour branch. If you have already subscribed, thank you and welcome back to my channel. And if you are already very familiar with your Chinese Bazi chart itself, please go straight into the timestamps that I have included in the video description. I'll see you in the next segment. Hi, welcome. As usual, if you are new to my channel, you can go ahead to scan this QR code or go to bazicalculator.janetyong.com to basically get your Bazi chart, which will show what is shown in this particular chart itself: the year animal branch, the month, the day, and the hour animal branch. And yes, you'll be surprised if you are new that there can be up to 4 animal horoscopes within our Bazi chart. And if you are already very familiar with this, you can skip this particular segment and go straight to the timestamp that I've indicated in the video description for those born with the horse and the goat within the charts. Now let's go through, for those who are new, what it means by having either the horse or the goat within the year, the month, the day, and the hour. For the horse or the goat within the year or month, it generally means the kind of stars that will be present either in your social circle environment, the bigger industry environment, or your relationship and perception with your grandparents, or the bigger company or industry environment, or your boss's boss. And if it appears within the month, then it's generally about your career mindset, about your relationship with your boss, your parents. It could be indicative of whether you'll be changing a job this year as well as if the branch, whether it's the horse or the goat, appears within the day, then it has to do with your spouse, your siblings, your peers. And then the hour, it's more about your relationship and perception with your subordinates, as well as your action. And therefore, it can govern in terms of your luck, in terms of financial investment as well. So let's go straight into that for those born with the horse within their chart. For the horse, you are ranked 6, which is right in the middle. So in terms of average luck, and why is this the case? Now you have a couple of basically positive as well as negative stars, but good news is that from a career perspective, because of the general star, you will generally have leadership and responsibilities in the new year. So be willing to take up the additional responsibility, because you will actually see rewards, especially when you have the golden cabinet within your chart, which represents money for you. And if you are into investments and you have the horse within the hour branch itself, meaning born between the hours 11 to before 1, you will generally have good financial luck this year, in the year of 2022. However, if we look at the inauspicious stars, you do have what we call the official charm, conniving star, injury, and 5 ghosts. Now, the official charm and conniving means maybe because of some of the things that you say, since you are doing so well and in a leadership position, it may cause disharmony or people having that red eye. Therefore, when you're in communicating with other people, it will be very important for you to watch what you say. And also from a signing of legal document perspective, and if you are going into that investment, just be a little bit careful, because you do have the conniving star as well. With the 5 ghost star, maybe you are a little bit more sensitive to energies, therefore taking care of Feng Shui at home will be critical. Spending time in the right areas will be critical as well, especially when you also have the injury star. And therefore, you should be avoiding the 3 sectors that I mentioned that you should not be doing: knocking, drilling, and renovation, which I'll cover in a later episode in this particular series. Now, for the horse, what does it mean by having the horse within the year pillar? If you're born in the year of the horse, then congratulations, because the bigger industry environment or your company environment will be doing well, and therefore there may be bigger responsibilities given to you if you are in your own business, especially there will be opportunities for wealth and recognition within the industry. If it is within the month, then from a career perspective, definitely you will do well, but be willing to take the steps to take on the responsibility, because at the end of the day, the bigger the amount of recognition you have, you will have more responsibility. And of course, because of that, watch out for the documents that you need to sign. If it is within the day, then likelihood your spouse, even yourself, will be feeling quite good. However, within the day, since you have the injury star, do take care of your health. And for the hour, congratulations, you will have financial gains if you are prudent and do the relevant calculated risk in order to do the business investment. But again, like I mentioned earlier on, do take care and make sure that you read the dotted lines, because you do have the official charm and the conniving star. And with the injury star, depending on where the horse appears, you may have some small cuts or injury to your body, especially if you are not careful, depending on where the horse appears within your chart itself. Now for the horse, because you're within the South Palace, and in the South in 2022, you do have what we call the number 9 star. Now what does number 9 star mean? It generally means the magnifier until we reach 2024. That's when period 9 begins, and then 9 becomes the wealth star. So for now, 9 being a fire element within the fire sector of the South becomes a huge magnifier. If you are looking at gaining fame, recognition, that's great, but at the same time, be watchful of what you say, because whatever you say will have a magnifier effect. And if you're familiar with flying stars, especially those that are within your permanent house natal chart energies, that can also magnify either the good or bad energies within. Another way of looking at it is 9 is the future wealth star. So this is a great year for you to build the relevant foundation by going for future learning new skill sets in order for you to build a good foundation for the future itself. Let's move on to the next animal horoscope, which is that of the goat. Now the goat is classified as one of the best animal signs and ranked 5th in the year 2022. Therefore, congratulations. And let's take a look at what are the stars within your chart. In your chart, you do have what we call the 月的 nobleman star, or the monthly nobleman star, together with sky happiness. Now these two stars means that it will be a great year for you to build and develop your interpersonal relationships. This basically will help you, especially in resolving problems, because this will be a year where you will find that there will be plenty of people that will come to you for your problem solving skills, whether at home, with your friend circle, or within your career itself. Now with the sky happiness, it's a great year for having great relationships with people, because you can generally, like the star says, sky happiness, enjoy your time this year and also spend time with your loved ones. And if you are single and looking for that long-term relationship, good news for you. It will be a year where you can definitely find the great connection that you are looking for. However, it is crucial that you take the first step in building that network and opportunities by meeting up with friends, by joining a new circle of friends, because like I said, if you stay at home and you don't interact with anyone, how are you going to attract that person? However, the inauspicious stars have both the death charm and indulgence star. Now the death charm generally means that there could be some illness or sickness coming in, especially for the goat, because your horoscope palace is that of Southwest, which also have the illness star for the year. So do take care of your health, eat healthily, make sure you exercise in order to keep your physical health in tip-top condition as well. And for the indulgence star, maybe because you do have the happiness, you tend to basically want to enjoy life, and therefore may basically spend a lot more in terms of indulging yourself, whether be it good food or rewarding yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Just ensure you manage your wealth healthily, and that shouldn't be too big of an issue for you. Let's take a look at what does it mean by having the goat within the different aspects of your chart. If you are born in the year of the goat, then what you will find is there will be lots of celebration with your social circle of friends. Maybe some of them will be getting married, and also people within your friend circle, the bigger industry environment or the bigger company environment will come to you for resolving their problems, and you'll be seen as someone with great problem solving skills. And especially if you're born in the month of the goat, which generally is in the month of July to early August, you will also see that lots of people are coming to you for your help, and you will generally enjoy good relationships with your immediate boss as well as your parents. And if it is within the day, that's great news for you, because with the Sky Happiness star, you might really actually attract someone into your life, and you will also have great relationships with your peers, with your siblings, and if you're married, with your spouse as well. And this is great coming from 2021, which was a year where there were a lot of ups and downs and changes for you, especially from an emotional and spiritual growth perspective. If you have the goat within your chart, then your actions to help people to resolve their skills will bring you more helpful people and happiness. If it is the relationship with your subordinates or you have children, it'll be a great year with them. So generally, it is a great year for the goat, whether is it in your year, month, day and hour, except that you do need to take care of your health. Do not overindulge in terms of food, and also be careful in terms of your money management. Let's take a look at where the goat is within the chart. The goat is actually situated within the Southwest Palace. So like I mentioned earlier on, within the Southwest Palace, there is the illness star. And especially if the Southwest is your bedroom or your main door, do take care and ensure that you do not have too much of the fire energies in terms of the colors of red, pink, orange, or too much activity in these areas. Generally, the two illness star just brings a lot of lethargy to us. Because you already have the illness energies within your personal stars, you need to then take care of where you spend your time so that you are basically healthy for the year 2022. This is the end of today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed what I've shared so far for those born with the horse and the goat, and I look forward to seeing you in my channel again next week, where I'll share more for those born with the monkey. A lot of people are very curious as to what's going to happen to the monkey, because it's the year of the tiger, with many tigers within the 2022 Bazi chart as well. And I'll also be covering the best animal, the rooster. So I'll see you in my channel next week. Goodbye.